Okay, guys, as yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we did complete the waterfall module, incremental module, and we have seen the. Let me share fully. We have seen the incremental V model and we have seen the SDLC life cycles. That what does SDLC mean, what it does stands for, and we have seen that what steps are in waterfall model we have. Like we started with the project initiation, requirement gathering, and second stage was planning, which consists of estimating, scheduling, and tracking. Third stage was modeling stage and construction, and the last one was the deployment. And as well in requirement V model, we have seen the types that how the workflow starts, and then we have seen the incremental model, and we get the example of WhatsApp development and how WhatsApp will be developed if we go with the incremental model. These were the concepts which we have seen and this week. Now in today's session, we will focus on Agile. Agile is also one of the type of a SDLC, because these three models which we have seen is a little bit outdated. Nowadays, people are not using them. All of the industries nowadays are working on the Agile based project. Basically, what does Agile mean? It's a way or procedure of software development methodology that we can say that we can divide our work into iteration of 1 to 4 weeks. It means that every month you have one release, or you need to release one version of your software, or you need to release one part of your software in every month. Now, how the process start, what are the types of Agile methodology, we will see that. Basically, Agile is divided into three parts: Scrum, Kanban, XP. XP stands for Extreme Programming. What is Scrum? What is Kanban? And what is Extreme Programming? Let's have a basic overview on top of that. Then we will go much deeper inside that. I can say that we divide Agile into three parts: Scrum, Kanban, and we can say we have XP. It stands for Extreme Programming. Okay, in Scrum, what kind of technicality we have, what kind of process in Kanban we have, and what kind of procedure in Extreme Programming we have. We will see each step by step. In Scrum, basically, I will give you a general overview that you have 5 roles. And also the iteration is between 1 to 4 weeks, and it has backlogs, it has sprint, it has many other terminologies that we will see it once we start with the Scrum. Next, in Kanban, basically in Scrum, you have restricted with the rules. You have restricted that you need to follow the rule as well. There are 2 ways. First is role, that we have roles like positions, I can say. Next is rules, that you need to follow the rules. The next one, Kanban. In this, what we will do, in this, we don't have any role. We don't have any role. It means that you don't have a project lead, you don't have someone to lead you. In this way procedure, what people do is everybody is just trying to develop. They divide a task between each others. They sit, they talk with each other, and they, once the tasks are divided between them, so everybody is responsible for developing their parts which is assigned to them by themselves. In Kanban, Nobody's on the head of you. Nobody will ask you something. You're the boss of yourself. You will be developing by yourself, and you're responsible for your code. That's all for Kanban. Extreme programming, we will much go deeper once we start with the Kanban. What is the case with the extreme programming? An extreme program is basically a type that, how we can say that whenever something is new in the world and we are trying to implement it in a technological way, like for example, ChatGPT was a new thing to the world, and those who were going to develop the ChatGPT, for example, I have the idea of ChatGPT and I'm trying to develop the ChatGPT to give the services to Word. Now, what I will do, I will follow the extreme programming method. Extreme programming based on what? Research and development. It is based on research and development. You will do it. You will first research one part and you will develop it. You will research, you will develop it. You will research, you will develop it. It is like a kind of, let's say, take an example of a Apple company. Apple company claimed that our Apple Watch or can take your heartbeat, or they can say that this is your blood pressure, this much is your heartbeat, this much is your. I can say that a lots of disease they can detect. What they will do for approving, for get the satisfaction of the customers, their development team will sit with the doctors, and they will do what? For every single claim that they have, they will talk with the doctor. First they will understand that how we can take the heartbeat, how we will understand the graph of the heartbeat, how we can understand the blood pressure problems. First they try to understand, and the doctors will explain to them. After that they will implement that the that topics or that things which doctor explained to them, and they will make it in a programmatic way so that they can achieve their goals. In this way they get the way of extreme programming XP. These are the process which they do, what they follow in a terminology, or they follow in development life cycle. Like we can say a good example of an extreme programming will be a ChatGPT. GPT. These were all general overview regarding agiles that we will have. Now we will focus on what? We will focus on Scrum. That what is Scrum? We will see that. Let me go to slide. Okay. We have seen the categories of the Agile that are Scrum, Kanban, and Extreme Programming. Now, next, what we have a deep analysis and deep part which belongs to Scrum, and what kind of terms and we can say a specific words in a Scrum methodology people are using, we will see. Now, what is Scrum? Scrum, most of the time, it is a synonym of Agile. People are alternatively using it. That in some part of the some job description, you will see that you should be familiar with the Agile methodology. In some part of the job descriptions, you can see they will ask you for a Scrum. Basically, they're both identical. Agile means Scrum. It's a parent. We can say Scrum is a child, but 90% of the projects, or we can say 85% of the projects nowadays using Scrum. 15% is dedicated to that Kanban and extreme programming. Even 2% is dedicated to Kanban because people are not nowadays following that much Kanban. Kanban is totally for a different work purpose. Scrum and XP are people take it in case. Okay, now it is the most popular Agile framework. Now the term that I'm using, framework, what does it mean? Framework means that everything you have inside one package. It means that whatever you need is inside that. You don't need to go outside and ask something else, or you ask for a third party help. Everything is inside a particular box that's called a framework. Now, what does it means? And how we can implement this Scrum framework concept in this Scrum. La, like I said, that everything you can find inside one box. Now, in Scrum, what kind of roles we have, what it calls, what other things are in Scrum, we will see. First of all, Scrum believes in what? In self-managed development teams, like with the three specific and clearly defined role. What are these roles? First role is the product owner. Second role is the Scrum Master. Third role is the development team and consists of a programmer and testers. All work together in an iterative time-boxed duration called sprint. These are the terminologies that you need to understand. Once you start working, these terminology will face every day. What is sprint? What is Scrum Master? Who is product owner? Development team and testers? We will see each step by step. Now, let's jump back to our Paint. Let me take it a new slide. Now inside the Scrum, what we have? Inside the Scrum, guys, we have three roles. First role is the role of product owner. Who is this person? We will talk. Second role is Scrum Master. Next one is the dev plus test team. Development and testing team. Now, first we will talk regarding to product owner. Who's this person? If we get the meaning from the word product owner, it means that this is referred to a client, but this is definitely, it is not referred to clients. It is someone who is inside the company and owning a higher position in the company. Product owner means what? For the first time, when business analysts meet with the clients, when they get the requirement, they will come back. Once they come back, the product owner is the person, a senior person who's in the company, and he has the 20 plus years of experience in the company. He developed a lot of things, a lots of project. He was in the lots of project. He understand what actually user wants, what is the trend in today's nowadays, what we need to follow, what we need to do in this project. So this is the person who has the higher authority role in the company. Now product owner do what? Instead of the client, once that BRD is written by a business analyst, that BRD will be handed over to who? BRD will be handed over to this product owner. Product owner will do what? Product owner will review all the BRD, and after that he understand that what is actually the result, what will be the actually will be the result, what the clients need. Now he will play the what role of client inside the company. He is the person who is going to play the role of client inside the company. Why we are doing like this? Because in each and every time, if a question arises in a mind of a development team, that what should be needed inside this particular feature, what kind of feature this actually clients need, the developer don't understand. The developer will approach who? will approach their Scrum Master, and Scrum Master, if Scrum Master understand this particular feature, he will explain it. Otherwise, he will approach this product owner. But now we will not focus in this area. Let's complete the information about product owner. Next job of the product owner is what? That after 1 month, after every month, you have release. You have means the development team. You have releases. Now he will check it before we asked client to give feedback. For us on this particular review or release, we can say. This was about the product owner. Now, who is Scrum Master? Scrum Master is the person who lead the team. He is responsible for clearing the roadblocks. Which is on the way of development and testers. Next is what? He is the bridge. He is the bridge between who? Between product owner, PO stand for product owner, and development team and tester team. He's the bridge. It means that the developer or a tester cannot approach directly a product owner. First of all, whatever question is in mind of developer or a tester, he need to approach who? He need to approach their team leader, their Scrum Master. After that, if the question is solved by the Scrum Master, or if he understands the requirement, he will explain it to them. If not, Scrum Master will pass this question to a product owner and ask product owner, sir, what does it mean? For example, what this functionality actually want, and what will be the result? What kind of results you want? He will explain it to Scrum Master, and again a Scrum Master will explain it to a developer. It means that development team plus testers doesn't have a direct connection with the product owner. There's a third party, or we can say there's someone who is in between. The role is called Scrum Master, or we can say he's a project manager. The alternative name for the Scrum Master, we can say a project manager that handles the tasks and everything which the development team and testing team wants. Actually, the experience of the Scrum Master, he starts from the coding. He was a junior developer. He shifted to senior development. Now he gained the skills of development and he understands everything. There's a particular certifications called Scrum Master that once you study, you can do your certification. Or there's another certificate called PMP Project Management certification that we also have. If anyone do that, he can take this responsibility and he can continue with the job of the Scrum Master or a project management task. This was all related about who? Scrum Master. Now, rest is remaining with the development team and testing team. Basically, development team consists of 3 people, 3 persons, and testers team consists of 2 persons. Now, what we can say that Scrum believes in small team of how many people? 7 people. 1 product owner, 1 Scrum Master, 3 developer, and 2 tester. This is the number of teams inside a Scrum project if we follow the Scrum methodology. till this point, is there any question, guys? Any confusing point? You can ask me. You can unmute yourself, directly ask us, or you can put it in the chat box. Excellent. What about others? Others? Okay, excellent. If no question, then we will proceed. Now let's jump back to our slide. Now we have one another terminology, which is called 33335 framework. What does 335 framework means? It is totally depends on Scrum. Now, alternative name for a Scrum specifically, we can say that it is 335 framework. If someone tells you that I'm working as a Scrum master, so I'm working in a Scrum methodology, and on that same time, if one of your friends says that, hey, I'm working on 335 framework, both people aim is same concept because they are both following the Scrum methodology, or we can say the Agile methodology. Now, what is this 3-3 framework means? We will see. First three stands for three roles. We have three roles in Scrum: product owner, Scrum master, and development team. Third is we have three artifacts. What is artifacts? We will see that. And we have 5 events. What is events? We will see. First three role you do understand that stands for product owner, Scrum master, and development team. 3 artifacts. First artifact is backlog. Second is sprint backlog. And third is product increment. Next, we have 5 events. What is events? We have sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective. We will study each one of them step by step. These are the important terms, and these are the important concepts which basically people will be questioned in interview. So keep in mind that you need to, because these terminology are very easy. You can learn it in one short video whenever I'm explaining it, but believe me, you can forget it very soon if you don't review it, because these rules and these terminology are very connected with each other. So you have to learn the trick in the flow, that how the flows began. Now, what are these? Let's see. I told you that Scrum consists of 7 people. We have discussed this. Now we will talk about sprint. What is sprint? Next, we have product backlogs. Next, we have activities, and that's all. Now, we will talk about sprint. What is sprint? What does sprint mean? It is an interval of a time frame in which the work has to be completed. Usually it lies between 2 weeks and 1 month. Whenever the development teams start their working, the Scrum Master does what? The Scrum Master will divide a task between 1 week, 2 week, or we can say till 1 month. They will not go beyond 1 month. They will not go beyond 1 month. Why they are not going? Because the task and the rules in Scrum says that each and every release that you have, it should be in between 1 month. If the task get extra or get overwhelming, so you can divide it in between the months. But the aim in the target is that after each month, after 1 month, or you have a result in your hand. And this result should be shown to product owner and the actual and real client. So now, sprints means what? This time interval. That whether you're assigning, suppose you're developing a bank application and you have assigned that this deposit or withdraw, we can say, will take 1 week, 2 week, or 1 month. After 1 month, you have to establish, you have to make that function whatever, no matters, this is the time that is assigned to this task, so you have to complete this task. We can take it like this. Now, who's product owner? I have already explained this. Is the key stakeholder of the application, represent customer side. We have already discussed about this. Now, who is Scrum Master? We have also studied this as the facilitator of Scrum team. In case of any roadblocks, he resolves the team problems, or mediator, bridge in between the product owner and the team. Now, next is what we have: user stories. What is user stories? We will see. In a definition, we say that a user story is a requirement which defines what is required by the users as a functionality. Now, what is user story? User story. You do understand that what is BRD, business requirement documents. Now, according to that BRD, business requirement documents, what they do, they will create user stories. For example, take that this is a BRD documents, and I met with the Microsoft company, and Microsoft tell me that, hey, we need that from you, that you need to create a notepad application for our Windows. This notepad, I want to say, this is the notepad. So Microsoft actually asked for me. Now they will narrate it, and business analyst people will write. How they will write? First of all, once they write, okay, this they want. Now from that, what the product owner do? Product owner will create a user story. First, he will write like this from that BRD documents. As a user, I want what? I want a menu which consists of file menu, edit menu, file edit, view menu, and some other functionality, etc. This was the first user. Second user story. As a user in file menu, I need XYZ functions. Next, as a user and edit menu, I want what? I want ABC function. And this user story, well, goes on till what? Till the end of the application. Like whatever requirement or information which business analyst people have written in BRD documents, product owner is the person who will manage, who will make it more clear and more proper for the development team, and hand over this documents to who? To a Scrum Master. Now Scrum Master will do what? after this general QA methodology, we will study Jira and we will implement all these theoretical concepts in a practical base in Jira application. Now, the Scrum Master will assign each one of these user stories to developers. This was a user story. User story is nothing but the requirement of a customers. We can say user story equivalent of what? Client requirement. This was about the user story. Now, next, what we have, guys? Let's jump back to slide. Now we have epics. We have product backlogs, we have sprint backlogs, we have product increment, we have user story points, we have velocity. These sorts of things we have inside our Scrum methodology. So as I can see that there are 7 people present in the class, and these concepts are very important and very vital for you guys. So I will stop the session in here, and I don't want to go beyond this, because if this concept pass, and if I know that when you present in the class you can achieve, and once you rewatch the video again you will learn a lot, but those who are not present in today's class due to some problems that they have, they're working a night shift or some other problems, I can say. So if they are not present in here, so let's stop the session in here, and let's others joins from Monday, and we will see other topics. I explained these concepts, like what is Agile, what kind of Agile terms and terminologies we have, like Scrum, Kanban, Extreme Programming. We have Scrum in details, that what kind of roles and regulation in Scrum we have, why people are calling this Scrum 335 framework. We have understand this, that it has 3 role, 3 artifacts, and 5 event. Now, next, what are the terminologies? Like we have sprint, product owner, Scrum Master, user story. These sorts of information and technical terminologies which people are using inside the company, we have seen this. I will stop the session right in here. So is there any question till this point, guys? Now the door of questions are open. You can ask any type of question related to this topic.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum to all. I think there's also, first of all, I have to say that your mic is not functioning properly.